I didn't know there was a fuck button.
Yep, it's working right now.
His nickname is Superbad.
Oh,
You
I
know.
hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Silk? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of them. But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash on it twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin' Moto podcast.
Hello, pretty face, I've seen you along the way. I'd like to get to know you, if that'd be okay. These questions that I ask, they might seem a little strange, or forward to your mind, even sound a bit deranged. Prepare them for the time, you see all I am is peeking at this checklist that I have, and the boxes I'm deleting. It's both for our own good, and it's what I do to say, if a future we do have, if conversation would remain.
Holy! I don't have a beep button, but so far so good, guys. We made it.
But you do have an F button.
Yes, thanks, Jeff. Jeff has found the F button. But wow, it's been a couple of weeks. What did we figure? 3 weeks since we've done a show? Maybe.
Sure.
Sounds
Something like
good.
that.
3-4 weeks. There was an off weekend in there. Yeah. So. Been busy. Jeff, what have you been up to? You building bathrooms and houses?
Yeah, that's about it, really.
Jason's
Finally had to hire some people because I was at a point where I couldn't do anything, and that's about it. Hired some Craigslist murderers, and they came out and didn't murder me, luckily. And
Damn
the
it.
drywall work.
I knew I didn't pay those guys enough.
I kept calling my wife and saying, "Hey, did that guy murder you yet?" And she goes, "Is that what you paid him to do here?" Or I said, "Well, he's going to do the drywall and then murder you."
as long as the work gets
Gonna
done.
murder you and then hide you in the drywall.
I didn't really care what order he went in.
No, shoot. Man, it's been a while. So, Jason, are you back to normal? You sold?
Well, you gotta, I guess, define normal. I don't think I've ever been normal, but
Well, I know you, from last show we did, you had a little get off, but everything's everything's okay. You're back.
yeah, the cobwebs are clearing and the butterflies are not really there anymore. So yeah, we're good.
Awesome. But then you also picked up a sweet new side project.
Yeah,
I seen
got myself a new hot rod.
Nice. Is that engine running? I seen some Facebook posts. It was in place.
It ran yesterday. Yep. So just got it fired. Didn't really.
So what are
run
we
it for
building
very
here?
long,
Fill
but just
everyone in
wanted to
that
make sure
doesn't-
it ran.
That isn't on your Facebook feed.
I am building. It's actually an '87 Chevy C10 short bed pickup. Technically, it's an R10 because in '87 they were R10s, but anything before that was a C10. But yeah, building a street rod.
Should be fun.
That's what happens when you get whacked in the head one time. You start building truck. Give up dirt bike and build truck.
Hey, nobody ever said anything about giving up dirt bikes.
I heard a rumor you hadn't done nothing in 3-4 weeks.
I haven't done nothing in 3-4 weeks.
It's nice though, isn't it?
It's all right. I do miss the hell out of it, though. There's no way I could quit, but it has been a nice little vacation, except for the headaches. That part hasn't been fun. But
Did I know I texted you a few times. Did you ever, from eyewitness accounts, get an idea of what happened?
no, nobody really saw it,
Dang it.
and I don't recall. So
It's all right. Well, what else happened? I heard some news that Lee's not going to do Kellogg anymore after this year.
that is correct.
Oh, shoot. is that still on the schedule for next year? Or
I have no idea.
is that too early? I don't even remember when they
It's
released all that stuff.
it's too early for that.
I suppose it is only
It's going to take
August.
either somebody else to come in and run it or, Jack and Cindy to take over again. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Me personally, I probably wouldn't hold my breath, but stranger things have happened.
Right. What do I have on my little fun facts of notes? Other than
Really
not,
sucks making a pizza when you don't have a timer.
well, what are we dealing with here? Pizza in the oven, or you got a little pizza maker?
Got Papa Murphy's in the oven.
Oh shoot! What'd you get?
Oh, the cowboy, of course.
I like the meat lovers one.
That one's pretty good too, but I'm a big fan of the cowboy. I tried their cheeseburger one. We all got together, me and the family, this weekend, and that was weird. I've never had ketchup on a pizza before, but I don't know that I like
Sounds
that.
terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was all fired up because usually I like cheeseburger pizzas, and I took a bite and I was like, "What did they do to this? Terrible."
Why don't you just get a cheeseburger? I mean, don't ruin a pizza and make it taste like it. You ever see a pizza sandwich? No, never gonna happen.
Yeah, I think they call
do
it a calzone.
Why do it the other way? Pizza does fine on its own.
I like cheeseburger pizzas, but I like them with regular sauce. It doesn't taste like a cheeseburger, but it's beef and cheese and sometimes bacon. It's good, but you don't put ketchup on it. That was just weird. I think it was like a mixture of ketchup and mustard too, so I don't know. It was different.
Shit just got weird, is what happened.
It did.
I'm trying to think what they had at the fair out here. It was like a pizza wrapped cone, and then everything has to have bacon on it.
See, that's where all these abominations start, is at some fair somewhere.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Worth a shot.
Or a Shry.
Oh shit. I don't have it word for word, but I got a YouTube comment on our MX of Nation podcast that we did like almost a year ago. Guy wasn't a fan. Was not a fan.
Why not?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. Like, well,
You can't leave us hanging like that. We got to hear more.
it was it was something like after listening to some rant for 10.5 minutes, I'm writing this so you guys can come up with some better content or something like that. I was like, that's hilarious.
A rant about what?
I don't know. He wasn't specific, but he listened for 10.5 minutes, so I thought that was pretty good. But so we had that that just came through the other day. So one, I thought the comment was kind of funny, and two, you're listening to a podcast that's almost a year old, and thanks for listening. And that's what I responded with. Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast. And then speaking of messages, I got an email today. And yeah, so for you that don't know, it is my busy time. So yeah, I haven't done.
Pregnant.
Yeah, it's a shocker. Wasn't expecting this. But so yeah, I've been updating the picks for the fantasy Supercross, but I just haven't had time to go through all the points. So they were wondering what was going on with the points.
I hope you mean motocross and not supercross, because supercross, you're way behind.
Oh, did I say Supercross?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yes, the motocross. So yeah, I've just been all right. We're on to the next round, and then because all your picks are coming in. I just haven't had time to put them into the computer and figure out everyone's spot. So we're still doing it, obviously. If it still says round 11 and it's round 12 and they're racing and it's still at round 11, then we got problems. But I've been updating it as the series has been going along, so I think everything there is good. I'm just like 3 weeks behind on the points, so calm down. I'm working on it this week sometime.
Simmer the F down.
Yeah. My God. Jeff, has there been any GP stuff?
Oh, I don't know. How far back have we gone? I guess Caroli pulled out of it. He had to get surgery, I think, or he finally called it quits, and there's nothing really going on. Oh, Hurley's is done for the year.
Yep.
I forget, he fractured his pelvis or something in that crash that in qualifying, like the week after he came back from his split open hot dog in the microwave pinky finger. So he finally just said, F it, I'm done. This is getting too painful.
Right.
But now we've actually got kind of a real championship battle at MX2 over there. Roman Fevra's he's walking away from everyone, so that's over. But MX2, I think there's like 6 guys that are mathematically in it, which is crazy. And like Max Nancy has been kicking butt lately, just dominating, which is pretty cool. But there's been some sand tracks, and he's really good in the sand.
Matt, that
And then
is?
I don't know what else there is really. That's about it. I think they're off till this weekend. They've been off they took like a 3-week break.
They're copying us. Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
They rearranged their schedule to line up with the Talkin Moto podcast.
As they should.
They're smart. They're conformists.
Yeah, I
We're
haven't.
sticky with this thing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's been kind of a nice break. I haven't really done a lot of anything. Even obviously I'm not riding, but just kind of keeping up on everything. I've blitzed through the motos when they've been on TV or watched them online, and that's kind of been about it. Haven't had time to do anything else, and that was it.
Well, you did better than me, because I didn't even... I saw that Dungey wrapped her up, and that's as far as I got.
Oh, man.
I don't have
Speaking
time
of
at
that,
work anymore to watch
How
races,
annoying was
so-
that on the broadcast that they start out before they show anything, any 250s or anything last week, they start out showing the 450 podium and Dungey celebrating. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Really?
don't ruin the 450. I know you're not going to show the first moto, so we're not going to see it anyway. You're going to show highlights, but don't freaking ruin it before it's even started. Like, they acted like it was breaking news. Like, who the hell else was going to win it? Just leave that alone until we get there.
I
I was
didn't
so annoyed.
I didn't notice. I know what you're talking about, like 250s up there talking about 450s, but when it was 450s, were they doing the same amount of talking about the 250 class? That I don't remember.
No, not really. I don't. No, I fell asleep during the 450 broadcast because I was watching it at like 1 in the morning.
'Cause it was
I didn't
late,
quite
right?
finish it. But what's that?
Second motos were on late, right?
I don't know. I
10
came
or
home from a
11.
party and I just remembered it was on the DVR. So I don't know what
I'm
time they
impressed that
broadcast.
you came home from a party and could actually, like, function.
Yeah, I was sober, believe it or not.
Wow.
Do we need to get the crew back together?
God, I don't know. It was.
I
I felt like
think
I was the
Jeff
only one
do.
sober.
I think Jeff totally do.
Nice. We'll do a little road tripping.
I had a 7-7
I did actually
last
catch a
weekend,
buzz
and let
on
me tell
Saturday,
ya,
but then I sobered up.
7-7 was good.
I had a 7-7, and I'm a fan. I could get back on that wagon.
I forgot you were wearing this thing.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
I've been pretty light on the
How come you
alcohol
haven't been?
intake. Let's see. Well, if you didn't, if I don't know if you saw any of the track, Jason, but Jeff, what'd you think of that place?
What are we talking about here? Utah?
About Utah.
Oh, looked terrible.
Yeah.
Place
It looked
is
like it
always
was no
dog
fun
shit.
at all to ride. It was so damn rough.
Yeah. Yeah, just look. Oh gosh. Hang on.
Oh,
I didn't feel like it was as super crossy as it used to be, but it still didn't look like it was any fun. Like, looked like the guys really struggled to keep the bikes settled down and going in the right direction.
Yeah. It just, to me, looked kind of, I don't know if fast is the right word, but just really hard, and jump takeoffs and landings were all like hard and dusty, and corners
Well,
look
that
like,
dirt is really weird looking. It almost looks like moon dust.
yeah.
It's like, it looks like it would be powdery, except for the fact that it's baked in 200-degree heat. And then I'm sure it's really crusty. I don't know. It just doesn't look like very good soil for riding a dirt bike on.
When's the last time you were on the moon?
1969.
Oh, you're a lot older than I thought you were.
Well,
There wasn't cheese there, so we didn't go back.
welcome back.
Oh, happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like, what was that? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, but we haven't done a show since then, so there you go.
I'm not older, in case anyone's wondering.
How'd you pull that off?
I've decided to boycott that day, and just, I'm still going to be, although I did renew my license. I've been driving around with the wrong address on my license for a year.
That's fine.
I stretched the 30 days
good.
a little bit.
It's just,
I'm going to
I
boycott
don't know,
that
it's
day,
just
too.
frustrating when you see your age going up there. It's like, no, I don't feel that age. I'm just going to keep telling people I'm 30. Just stay there for a while.
well, you're not lying. You are 30.
I'm at least 30, yeah.
You're 30 plus. I'm going back to 25.
Someone asked me how old I am. I'm going to say I'm at least 30. Some kids from the baseball team I was coaching thought I was 45.
What?
Well, I think they were just idiot 7-year-olds, but,
You think?
well,
That's
although, get this, dude. I'm at a party on Saturday, like I was saying, and I'd say everyone there, on average, was probably 4 years older than me. Most of them were about 4 years older than me, I guess. And there was like 15 little babies my age, or my baby's age. You know, same as our baby. I couldn't believe how many babies there were. So apparently, people that are that old are still having babies.
God, I'm so glad I didn't get invited to that party. Whew,
Oh, actually,
that sounds like a nightmare.
yeah, there was none crying though, surprisingly.
That's impressive.
my little.
It was actually a pretty tame party. That's what happens when you get old. Parties aren't what they used to be. It was a beanbag tournament that was really mellow.
That's okay, though.
Except there was that one guy that has to take the bag way too serious. And then, like, I'm playing against this team, and we we whooped them the entire game. So it wasn't even close. And there's one point where the rule was no dirty bags, and that's like if it rolls up onto the board, it's no good.
Mm-hmm.
Got to land on the board, which is fine. I don't play that way normally, but that's what the rules were for the tournament, so no big deal. And this dude, I'm tallying up a score or whatever. He goes, "Oh, that one's dirty," and it was totally clean. I mean, it was not even a question. And I'm like, "Oh, you think it was dirty?" And I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to be the kind of the peacekeeper and not say, "Oh, it's totally clean." You're a dummy. And I'm like trying to get a second opinion, and I'm just like, his own teammate agrees that it was clean, but he swears up and down it was dirty. And then after he settles it up and we win, of course, because it was on like the winning round, he's telling everyone, "Oh, it was dirty. It was dirty." And he's like walking around talking to everyone about how, like, "Oh, you win? No, we lost. But they had a dirty bag." And he just wouldn't let it go for 3 hours. And then he ends up winning third place. And then he like scoffs at it, throws the money on the ground, and walked out. It was just like, oh my God, guy. Just
Oh, I kind of
one
want
of
to
them
know who
adults
this
that
one.
can't. Can't just. It's a freaking game, and you gotta take it serious.
It's bags, dude.
Yeah.
So
You were playing for $10.
So now, let me get this straight. So you're saying the ball or the bag hit the ground in front of the box and then it flips up onto the board?
Yeah. That's called dirty, I guess, in some circles. For me, that's like sometimes that's the best strategy because a lot of times it's hard to plant them on the board. So I figure if it's on the board, it doesn't matter how it got there; it counts.
All right. What happens
For the purposes,
if you throw the bag on there and it doesn't go in, and he throws their bag and it hits and yours goes in? You know, he would get
that's
those
all
points,
legit.
right?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's no problem.
Guy's a dick.
Amateurs.
I don't know, it was
You're all
funny.
amateurs.
He's
No
just-
dirty bags allowed. Taking my
I
bags
thought it was
and
going to
going
turn into
home.
a fight, to be honest. But luckily he
That
laughed,
would've
and he was
been
all mad,
hilarious.
of course, after that too. Like his attitude changed completely. Well, we're going, honey. We're leaving.
Be like, you forgot your $10, dick.
I so want to know who that was.
It was. I don't think it was anyone locally because they invite a ton of people that BMX race because that's what their kids do, and they're all over the place. So it's some. I'm sure
Yeah.
some BMXer. So he kind of looked like Tony Alessi, to be honest with you.
Maybe it was.
I'm not even kidding. Yeah, maybe it was. He was moonlighting as Bobby, though. That was his name.
Oh, man.
It's always got to be that one guy.
That's what they said. Every year there's someone who takes it way too freaking serious. But I think I might have picked up a job, though. I think I'm making 6 new beanbag boards for next year. Or 6
Sweet.
sets.
For a guy who's trying to go out of business, you're sure not doing
Yeah.
very good at it.
I know.
Eat a little.
Well, I got to go back next year anyway to defend my crown as champion, so...
You should just make a point to do that again next year.
What, to beat that same guy with a dirty bag?
Just do dirty bags.
Just roll them. Just bowl. Like you're playing skee ball.
Oh, shoot. I really don't feel like even talking about dirt bike racing, to be honest with you.
What's going to happen in the 250 class? That's what everyone wants to know. The only
Well,
class that
what
ever
is
is
going
exciting.
to
Has
happen?
anyone noticed that?
Yeah.
Like,
There's actually a lot of things going on, really. Stewart's off suspension now, so he's eligible.
Surprised he didn't ride
Motocross
this
Nation's
weekend.
coming up, and they picked some weird team to go.
Very weird team.
I
I can't believe Dungey's not going. That's just weird.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
He probably would have said no.
No, he did say no.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Shows what I know.
He said he needed a break.
Oh, yeah, he's gone, 6 years? Is that what it was? 6,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess for the... I know the 250s are only 2 points separated, the two, but, I honestly could care less about the points. I just want those guys to start right next to each other for one race and, just battle it out. It seems like one has a good one has a bad one, and then it's complete opposite the next moto.
Yeah, it seems like every time they've come together on the track, it's when Jeremy's catching and passing him.
Right.
And that was the last, when he got hurt or whatever, Musket hurt his wrist, and he was kind of out there kind of just trying to salvage points. And that's when Jeremy was kicking his butt. And then now the only time Marvin ever beats Jeremy is if Jeremy goofs up a start and buries himself in the pack. Or I think when the two of them are together, it seems like Jeremy's just going to mop him up. But we'll
But it
see,
doesn't
I guess.
happen, though.
It's kind of interesting. It'll come down to the last Because what is there? It's just Indiana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Muskin's basically got to beat him. Because it's 3 points, right? Jeremy's got him by 3 or 2?
Two.
2.
That's
Oh,
it.
that's so Muskin could, if Muskin beat him at 1 and Jeremy got 2, he'd have him by 1 point going into the final moto. Or if they finish 2-3, I think someone was mentioning that if Cooper wins and Muskin gets second and Martin third, they'll go into the final moto tied, which would be awesome. And then no one else in that race even matters. It's just they got to go. You just got to beat the other guy.
Do you think Webb's gonna do something to Muskin?
I don't think he will. That would be really silly of him to do that. I mean, what he did last weekend, that's about the worst I could see him doing, was just moving over for Jeremy. But
did you catch his interview?
I thought that was such a punk move, too, to like, oh, yeah, I stalled my bike. Like, I don't know if he was just trying to be funny. I'm sure he was, but still, just be a man and say you moved over for him.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I don't know. It looked like, to me, what I got to see on TV was just, obviously, Webbs gets pissed because Muskin kind of cuts him off. And I would totally agree. I think Red Bud, he did that to Martin a couple times. But he was kind of doing the same thing back, you know. Did you see any of that?
I don't understand what these guys are supposed to do. Are they supposed to just let people pass them?
No, but like to me, if you're coming up the face of a jump, I really wouldn't want a guy to be kind of swerving at me as we're about to launch ourselves.
Well, that's what they do, though. You try to take the line away even up the face of the jump if you can squeeze them off and cause them to let off and not jump it, or I don't know. I mean,
I think my personal opinion is Cooper's being a little bitch about it.
I think he is a little bit too, and it's like, I mean, if you can't pass the guy, quit bitching because he's riding a wide bike. You know, I mean, the times he's passed him, how many times have we seen Cooper Webb like tip over after he passes him or make a silly mistake? It's like Cooper's just riding his freaking face off and kind of going nuts out there. And I don't know. I didn't really see anything super dirty about anything he ever did, but I don't think he's just going to move over and let these guys pass.
Right.
I think a lot of it depends on which side of the fence you're on, too. Like they always say, it depends on who you're rooting for as to how you see a pass, if it's dirty or not. So it's kind of tough to, I don't know. I just feel like Cooper could, I would hate to see the championship come down to a guy getting in the way or, you know, dicking around with someone else.
I'm all right with him. Like to me, when I say getting in the way would be, you know, just him straight, you know, like what happened this weekend or last weekend, you know, he moves out of the way.
Him, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was beating Muskin anyway. I guess I don't want to see him kind of like what happened with the arena cross. Was that Hayes just tried to tee up Regal, you know, to do something like that. I wouldn't want to see something like that, but.
Well, and I don't think anyone does, so that's why I don't think Webb would be stupid enough to ruin his reputation a little bit by being a jackass like that.
You think
Stay
Cooper
out
and
of it so
Bullfrog
that
have
they
gone
can
out
have
to
a
dinner
clean
together
title
yet?
fight to the end.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not nearly as bad as they make it sound. Plus, I don't know. I mean, they're teammates. Now they're going to be, you know, teammates for the nations. And I don't know. I don't think it's all that bad. What do you guys think?
We talking about the rivalry between those, Cooper Webb and Martin?
Right, yeah.
I doubt it's not nearly as bad as it was in the past, because now one of them's not in the championship.
Well, it's a lot better now than it used to be.
I think it'd be different if they were both fighting for the championship. I bet it would be just as, you know,
Yeah, it'd be like last
dicey
summer.
as ever.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I don't think there's too many guys out there that can really, really like other riders and be friendly as hell, and then go up there and have the drive to beat them at all costs. And that's, so I think a lot of them just, decide that off the track they don't like them, and that's what helps motivate them to beat them. I guess I don't know. I mean, what reason would they have to not like each other? They're obviously into a lot of the same stuff. They got a lot in common. Probably be really good friends if they hadn't grown up racing each other.
You like everything I like. It sucks racing friends. I hate racing friends.
Not me. I quit when you quit, Jason, just because I liked racing friends so much.
It's because you like kissing or kicking my ass. That's what I was going for, kicking.
I told Jason, he asked me if I went racing the one day, and I said, no, it's a hollow victory if I'm not beating you.
Whoa.
I was honored by that.
So you are leaning towards Martin, gonna wrap it up? Think he'll get it?
I'd be cool with either of them getting it, but I think he just has shown that, like, a few times he's been beaten by Muskin, it's been because he's jacked up a start. So I think he's faster. Just don't know if he's going to be able to stay clean enough. I don't know what happened at Indiana last year. I don't know how those guys ride at it, but Muskin was saying that Utah was like one of his worst tracks. So
yeah, and I don't think you can count last year at Indiana for anything.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was muddy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be nice to actually see that track dry, because I remember it sucked last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to see that track dry. It's supposed to be a pretty cold and wet week.
No.
That would suck.
I'm just saying.
We're okay. Because didn't Purcell win last year?
No, he won Unadilla.
Oh, Jesus. Hang on.
He might have won Moto last year, though. I don't remember.
I'm looking. Actually,
the only place he won Motos might have been Unadilla, I guess. I don't remember.
You were there. Weren't you paying attention?
Are you kidding? I was too busy trying not to float away.
Oh, you did go to it?
Yeah.
You silly goose. How far is it from you?
5, I think. 5.5. So yeah, because it was awesome, because I got there. Well, I met Amy and Mike, and I think I drove down Friday morning, I think. And
Who are those people?
Huh?
Who are those people?
Bottleson?
Oh yeah, okay.
And so I met them at the track on Friday, and it was good Friday. It was good Saturday morning, and there was like this little tiny blob on the radar, and I'm like, it's just gonna rain like a little bit. We'll be good. Yeah, I should become a meteorologist, because I was way wrong.
Speaking of that, today I heard the meteorologist say it was gonna be 75 and sunny. I left work in a freaking rainstorm. Idiot.
Who told you it was going to be 75 and sunny? They should be fired.
Huh? That's what the fucking news said this morning. Or the radio news. That's not even real news.
Come on. It's not.
Let's see.
I just dropped an F-bomb. I didn't even realize that.
Especially depending on which radio news you were talking about.
Oh, you know me. AM Talk Radio. All I listen to.
Let's see.
Nothing wrong with that.
I tried listening to 93X one morning, and it was horrible.
It's rough, man. I can't even listen. I loved 93X. Or I should say I used to. I can't do it anymore. They hired that one person, and that one person just destroyed it for me.
Was it that woman?
Yep.
What? Which
I just don't like that fat dude's not there anymore. Weasel.
Weasel?
Yeah. I thought they had a good thing going, the three of them.
Wasn't it Weasel, Nick, and
Josh.
I was gonna say that's what I thought it was.
They had a good thing going because Weasel and Nick didn't like each other, and that was hilarious.
I feel like Nick gets along with everyone. He's the one that came up with the sandbox, right?
Yeah.
He's got the little gap in his teeth.
Mhm.
Likes to drink a lot of beer. Look at women.
Mhm.
It's the slowest thing ever.
I can hear you, Scott. You don't have to talk about me like that.
Oh my god. Okie dokie.
Oh, I feel so much better now.
Did you get your pizza?
Yep, full tummy. Little dessert here.
Alright, let's wait for the snail here.
I'm really regretting dropping a frickin' hammer on my arm earlier today, though.
Oh yeah. Martin did horrible last year. So Muskin went 3-1 and got the overall. And Martin went 2-15 last year, but obviously that was enough.
How did Porcel do? Did he win a moto?
No. I don't know why I thought that.
Who won the first moto?
Was he even racing?
Yeah, he went 9-2 for fourth. Jesse Nelson won the first moto.
Really?
Went 1-8 for third.
I bet he'd give that one thumbs up.
So
I just about hit a boat in Supercross, just like Ricky Carmichael. I'm playing MX Reflex, so
what?
Yeah.
Not cool.
I had to get into
Undivided attention.
dirt biking.
Oh shit.
Talking.
We need to go riding, dude.
Almost.
Not this weekend.
What's the date this weekend? They got a family reunion I'm supposed to go to.
I think that is this weekend. Your family reunion, I mean.
Have you been keeping tabs on it?
No, but this is the weekend we were talking about going up north. And you said you couldn't go because of a family reunion.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to it or not. Probably not. 'Cause why would I? I'm such a dink.
I need to go play some golf. That's what I need to do.
Oh, I played horrible on Saturday.
You better get that straightened out, man.
We
got 2 big tournaments coming up.
I know. I'm going to have to get a lot better between now and then.
Or we can just get drunk.
That works too.
I can probably handle that. One of those events. I can't.
Yeah,
do
we
2
should
days
probably
in a row.
stay somewhat sober out. The
The
Friday
one.
one. And we'll get hammered at the one that's a mile from my house.
I lost my train of thought. Big surprise.
How'd you lose a train? That's a lot.
I thought.
Crazy.
I think about the only thing I got. Well, one, I just wanted to do a show so everyone knows that we are still alive, and that I haven't updated the points yet. So calm down.
Are we going to have
Calm
to
the
do
F button
updates now
down.
when we're not on the air just so that everyone thinks we're still kicking?
I don't know.
I suppose we got a vacation coming up, don't we?
After
I would imagine so.
yeah.
Well, we might have. When is that USGP at Glen Helen?
Yeah, we're
It
going
must
to
be
do
right
something
after
for
our
that.
season wraps up.
I was thinking September sometime.
I don't even know if it's that long. Is it just 1 or 2 weeks after our season? Because there's a bunch of guys doing it. Dungy's doing it, which should be cool to see. he can square off against Roman Febvre. That'd be fun.
What?
Maybe fun to talk about that.
What do you think, Jeff? You think American guys have the advantage at Glen Helen?
I would say, but
September 20th.
oh, it's that late?
No, it's the second to last one. Or wait, no, it is the last one.
Yeah, that's their last one, right?
Yeah,
So that'll be. I'm guessing the title for the 250s will be decided that day, and then the 450s will be wrapped up pretty soon here.
Where are we? So they did the Belgium. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
then,
the one they did last time, Lommel.
Yeah. So then, I don't even want to try to pronounce that one. Mantova or whatever. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4 left, and then the MX of Nations is the 27th.
That's in France, right, Ernie?
Yep.
Ernie.
France should be a tough team because I'm guessing it's Febvre, Muskin, and Paulin, right? And they're going to be wearing 1, 2, and 3.
Cheers.
They're going to be fast. Unless
Yeah,
Febvre
that's going to be
falls apart, but I don't know.
that's
He's
going to be
been
a tough crew to beat right there.
Yeah, but if was it last year? Was it last year Dungey crashed, or was that Tomac? Who went last year? I don't even know. But like, we weren't doing all that bad. We had a couple oopsies. Is that Martin? I don't even know.
Yeah, Martin had a really rough day. Remember he crashed in qualifying and like jacked up his ankle?
Yeah.
Went over the bars?
That was last year.
Then he went like 14-12 or something in the motos, or something like that. 14-12. But Paulin went 1-1 last year. So, I mean, I don't know what Ernie's like. I don't know if it's sandy or what. I keep hearing that it's kind of sandy. But
More than I've heard about it.
there'll be some good teams out there, though. Like Sean Simpson, he just went 1-1 at Lommel and then got 5th at Unadilla. He went like 4-8. And those are like polar opposites for tracks. And so I think on a sand track, he'd be, a sand track that he's comfortable with, he'd be doing a little better than that. So I'd say he's probably, top 5 guy for sure. And then Dean Wilson, I think, is riding for them. And who's the other British guy? Oh, Max Dancy, who just went 1-1 also at a sand track.
So we're doomed. Throwing the
It's
towel.
not going to be easy. I know that. I mean, well, you got Cooper Webb riding a 450, which shouldn't be too big of a deal, but I don't. The problem is over there. You go there. You got a freaking target on your back, so it's not like he's going to have a walk in the park. There's going to be a lot of guys that are looking to make a statement by beating him.
I think that's actually a pretty big deal. Him on a 450. That's interesting.
Right. I don't. I don't know.
It's kind of weird that they just went with all Yamaha. But I guess Barsha was in second place, and he's American, so.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, who else is there if Dungey's not going to go? I mean,
Well, that's just it. You almost got to go with him, but Cooper Webb's the only curious pick. But I guess it just makes sense since I wonder if Starr said we'd send them both and we'll foot the bill.
that could be.
Well, let's see. Where am I?
It was pretty funny seeing the team photo, though, and there's those 3, and then DeCoster standing there. It's like, this doesn't really work. He's wearing his KTM get-up.
it's pretty thin up top, isn't it? Because, I mean, you got Dungy, you got Barsha, then it goes Roxon, Baggett, Purcell, Tickle, Anderson, Nicoletti.
Well, why wouldn't you send Baggett? I mean, he's raced a 450 all year, and he's been to the donations before. It seems like he'd be a pretty good, solid choice, other than an unknown. But obviously, I think weighing those options, it had to come down to brand and just ease of sending one team.
So,
So you're thinking there's a little bit more politics involved.
Oh, probably. I don't. Maybe. I mean, I could be
I think
totally wrong. I have no freaking idea, but it just seems.
probably
But
has
I
more to
suppose
do with
once
money.
when you went there, you've gotten beat. What, 3 years now? We haven't won, or is it 2 years? Is all. We lost to Germany.
I think it's
and
been
France.
3 years.
Is all right. Yeah.
Yeah, Lomo.
Lommel and then Germany. Oh, and then last year.
A bit of a slump.
Yeah. So, I guess we're not going there to win anymore. We're going there to just get like top 3. So there's no pressure really. Like, whereas it used to be, you go there, if you don't win, you're last. Basically. That's how I feel like we look at it now, and that's why I think Dungy was just like, F it.
Well, I think at least they're thinking a little bit farther ahead this year. Wasn't it last year? It was like 2 weeks before. It's like, by the way, here's your team for donations.
Well, I think that's what they don't have to have the team picked like yet. I think that they're really premature. But someone, I don't know, I heard Mathis or someone talking about how they were really pushing to get the team selection made, even though it's not really something that needs to be made quite yet. Because they were trying to say, make a case for Kennard, like, give it a couple weeks and see how he's doing.
Yeah.
But cause he's been before too, I believe. Yeah. The only thing that sucks about that event is that there's no real good way to watch it. You have to buy the package, which is fine, and I'll probably do that. But it'd be nicer. I think more people would get all whipped up about it if it was something that was broadcast here on, like, in not just in a 1 hour format or whatever, where they show just the last moto.
It is kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, I have to drive to my buddy's house who will buy the package.
And I can't figure out how to get it on my TV. I want to watch it on a computer.
How much is it, do you know?
Not very much. I think it's like $7 or $11 or something. It's pretty cheap. It's basically like a lunch, is what I always equate it to.
Cripes, what cost me more than that to drive to your house?
Yeah.
Shoot.
I don't know, all the GPs, each GP was like $6.99 or something. So it wasn't too bad. I haven't been doing that though lately because they've been on TV a lot. So
You have expensive lunches.
today it was only $5.01. So
So unless you buy me lunch for me is like $3.
I don't like the dollar menu. It's just full of bad choices.
I don't go with the dollar menu.
Oh, shit.
Now when you can get the double cheese and small fry combo for $2.50. But I had Taco Bell today.
You sound tired, Scott.
Yeah, I'm always tired.
You just made me yawn. Jerk. Oh, you want to hear a fun fact today?
Sure.
It was like 5 o'clock. I was standing at my house. I was like walking from my dining room to my living room to my dining room, and I saw something run across my patio door, like out in my backyard, run straight across. I'm like, why is the dog out there? It was raining, so the backyard's kind of muddy, and I'm like, why is she out there? Then I look and she's at my feet. I'm like, well, that's weird. So I go out the back door, open it, and that silly fox that I saw a few weeks ago in the morning was in my backyard in broad daylight. And
Nice.
took off. He bolted for the woods as soon as I opened the door. But I don't know what he's doing, catting around out there. It's weird. middle of the day. I didn't think they were out that much in the day. Makes me wonder if it's like somewhat tame or if it's like rabbit or something. I don't know.
Foxes hang out in the day.
Well, the funny thing is my cat was like just sleeping on the chase lounge out front. And he's oblivious to what's going on, of course. 30 feet from him, there's a fox, and he's just snoring away on the chase lounge out front. But he's about the same size as the fox, so I don't think the fox would be able to tackle him.
He don't care.
No, he's like the honey badger. He don't give an F.
Exactly.
Oh.
Scott's bored.
No, I honestly could fall asleep right now. In my chair. On the podcast.
Super exciting show.
We had over 1 million people come to the Wisconsin State Fair.
You should have just been broadcasting on the PA system, our show. Get some more exposure.
Should have.
I did some meerkat the other night. I went to the...
What was her name?
Whoa.
Oh, damn it.
They called it Hair at the Fair. It was Dean Snyder and there's like...
You mean D. Snyder?
What did I say Dean?
I think you did. Dean. It's just D, like the letter D.
Dean Snyder.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Don't judge me.
He's from Twisted Sister, right?
Yeah.
They all dressed like women? They were like cross-dressers?
Yes. So I went...
my brother used to listen to those guys.
I went to that and I was streaming that on Meerkat.
I still enjoy some Twisted Sister now and then.
It was...
I only know one song.
It was a pretty good time. I had fun. And I got to see Salt and Pepper.
Oh, did they
Oh
push
my
it real
God.
good?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was a good time. Lots going on.
I would take my car keys and slit my throat before I would stand for that.
Was it funny seeing a bunch of like 37 to 40-year-old women dancing to Salt and Pepper? Like they were in high school again?
Nah, they had... It was...
Or I guess they'd be like 30 to 35, probably.
They had quite the age variety. I think all ages were enjoying themselves.
I imagine it would be like a hairball show.
Speaking of that, they're coming up this
40
weekend.
Are they in
the
town
League.
this weekend?
Yeah, the
Oh,
League.
God.
I might have to go check them out. Last time I tried to go to that show, I was hammered drunk before the first band got off stage, and I do not remember anything after that. I was so excited to see Hairball, and then I was too drunk to remember them.
Hairball is a ton of fun the first time you see them. And the second time it's like, okay. And then after that, it's really Hairball.
Well, see, if you get so drunk that you forget when you saw them, every time is like the first time.
Yeah, I don't do that very well.
I think that was the night I ended up at someone's house, and at like 4 a.m, I was on the railroad tracks trying to find where I was at.
It's not a good place to be, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, as I told, I don't know what happened exactly, but me and my brother-in-law, who wasn't my brother-in-law at the time, he was just dating my sister-in-law. We ended up getting in some suburban in some neighborhood, or I guess by their house, and then it took us to some other party, and we were there until like 4 a.m. and I'm like, I'm going, and I started walking, but I didn't know where I was exactly, so I found the railroad tracks and then just headed north. And then I got a call from my wife. She's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, walking on some railroad tracks. She's like, "Oh my God, we're coming to get you." I'm like, "I think I'm by Shrimpy's house." So it was pretty fun. Then I had to try to go find the house I was at when I was drunk, that I was taken in the back of a Suburban.
Blindfolded. tied up.
So, yeah, that was a good time. It's always funny when you go to someone's house at 5 a.m. and you knock on the door and say, "Is my boyfriend in there?" People appreciate that a lot.
Next thing you know, you're on a crotch racket in your underwear. Oh, wait. Too soon?
Yeah. It was kind of one of those nights. Anything could have happened.
Well, at least you didn't jump a train.
Yeah, I was planning on getting off the track if the train was approaching. I wasn't going to have anything to do with that.
A guy that
Although
we
I
both
might have put
know.
some change on the track.
Well, of course. A guy that we both know got drunk at Kelts one night and decided he needed to get home to Rosemont. Didn't have a ride, so he jumped on a train, thinking that trains stop in every town that they go through, apparently.
Oh, boy.
Gets to Rosemont, realizes that, that train's not stopping, so it bails
Oh.
at like 50 miles an hour.
You know, it probably wouldn't be so bad, except for railroads are usually lined by huge rocks.
Exactly.
Like massive angular rocks that are like a little smaller than a baseball. Not very pillowy if you have to jump on them.
Old railroad spikes. Ow.
Rocks and creosote. That's a good combo.
So how
rub a little creosote in your wounds?
How did he come out of this okay?
Oh, dude, he looked like
he jumped off a train at 50.
He looked like he jumped off a train.
Didn't break anything, though?
Didn't break anything, but man, he was tore up.
I don't know who this person is, but
An old roommate of mine.
does he work at Menards?
Yep. Wouldn't touch a drop of alcohol until he lived with me.
You're such a bad influence.
I know, I'm terrible.
Let me think here.
I bet a train looks like it's going a lot faster when you're on it, as opposed to sitting there on the side of the road watching it go by.
Oh, God, I'm sure.
When you're on it contemplating jumping off of it, I bet it feels like it's going 100 miles an hour.
I don't think I could get myself to jump off of it. I suppose if I was drunk enough to think, hey, I can jump on this train and it'll take me home, maybe I could talk myself into jumping off of it. But
well, it did get him closer to home, didn't it?
I guess. I'm not really sure where he was living at the time, but
it seemed like a good at the time. I'm sure it was a really good idea.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I've never jumped on a train, but man, growing up in Farmington, it's like we always would watch the trains when we were in town, and there'd be a train coming by, and I always wanted to. And they were never really going very fast. Seemed like you could get on one pretty easily. Just, I don't know what you do then. Like you say, if it speeds up and you just got to ride it out, see where you end up. I was never that.
I jumped on one once, but it never went anywhere.
Did it just stop them?
No, it was just sitting there. It's like, I'm going to jump on this thing. Then jumped on it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. So then I jumped off of it.
No good.
You guys, I haven't ridden a dirt bike in probably 7 weeks.
It hasn't been that long. When was the last time you raced, Mankato?
No, Kellogg, I think.
I
don't know. It's been a long time.
I think it was Mankato.
What do we got?
No, it had to be Kellogg because I know I rode with my pipe was brand new at Mankato, and then I rode with it at Kellogg as well.
Okay.
But it was quite some time ago.
Oh, I bet the last time was that day we went to Meadow Valley.
Yeah, that was probably the last time for sure. I rode.
And that was that was like 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Is there the 3 Moto weekend thing? Is that coming up?
Yeah.
Gotta be soon, huh? When is
I don't
it?
know about soon. It's like mid-September or late September.
Oh, it is?
Oh,
Yeah.
September 19th.
I didn't realize it was after school started. I thought the stuff had to be done when school started.
No.
Just it goes through September, right? The season?
Yeah. Yeah.
Points paying races, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confusion about that. Me and Jason just had this conversation a couple days ago.
There is. Not really sure why. Seemed pretty cut and dry to me, but
Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of people questioning. I guess there's a lot of people in different situations and trying to figure out how it applies to them. But
How come, I guess, I'm out of the loop on all of this, but so this last weekend was Mora and Millville. Then this coming weekend it's Cambridge and Brookston. No South race.
Yeah.
Then
because there's only 3 tracks down here.
Yeah.
There's only so much
Say
you can do.
I always thought
pretty
there
soon,
was.
only going to be 2.
I always thought there was always a north and a south,
whatever.
but yeah, see that makes sense.
Well, there was when we had 5 tracks down here.
Right.
Cambridge is south.
Yeah, Cambridge is considered south now.
It's further south than Brookston.
Well,
I would have liked to go to Mora. That doubleheader's at Mora, right? The second one?
Yeah.
Or the triple weekend?
No, the first
That's
one.
a fun track. I do enjoy
The
that
second
track.
one is Millville.
Oh. I might have to figure out a way to get to that. I have to get my damn camper fixed. What I like about all the buzz is it sounds like there's going to be a lot of people at these events. And I think
That's
was
what
the
I'm
whole
thinking.
goal, but
I plan on being at both.
interesting.
I think we're going to make a triumphant return on Labor Day weekend.
where's the race that weekend?
Kellogg. Going to say our final goodbye to Kellogg.
Oh, yeah.
At least Motokazi Kellogg. It's going to be sad.
Hopefully a lot of people show up. I feel like that's probably coming up pretty quick, too, isn't it?
What is it, 2 weeks?
What are you talking about?
Oh, man. I better get back into riding shape.
Labor
Kellogg?
Day? Or is it
What
3
are you guys
weeks?
doing this weekend?
Where are we? We are on. So it is 1, 2, 3 weeks.
Should try to get together with my little brother and ride one time with him this year. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Should tell him to come down for Labor Day.
there you go.
Whoa, careful.
I don't think I'm riding this weekend. I think I'm going to wait till next week.
I'm like elbow deep in this project, but I'm nearing the end, so that's the good news. I'll be so happy to have that crap done. Got to have it done by September 8th, so
Why?
my wife put her foot down and wanted it done before school started.
Oh,
So it's probably good that she does that because then I actually am motivated to get it done. It's a long project, man. It's a process when you've got something down to studs and have to rebuild it completely. Hard to stay focused for that long on something.
that is the issue. That's my issue with my project. I'm trying to get stuff done while it's still I'm pumped about it. Gets big stuff done and we can tinker all winter. Got a bike to rebuild this winter too, unless I buy a new one.
Your brother retired, he said.
Matt did?
Yep.
That's what I heard, but I call bullshit on that.
There's a lot of retiring going on. What's with that?
I don't know. Isn't that it's kind of that time of the year, isn't it? Guys get kind of
Yeah.
burnt
I
out.
think
Or,
burnout setting in.
Yep. That's what happens.
and they sell their dirt bike, and then come like April, they buy a new one, and then start the vicious.
April?
Yeah.
Who waits till April?
Oh, I don't know. I was just throwing out a month there. But Matt,
It is what happens. Easy to bring yourself out.
Yep. All right, boys.
That's why sooner or later, someday, maybe somebody at the powers that be will figure out that less is more. But probably not in our lifetime.
You're a power that bees.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anybody listens to me.
That's true.
They all disagree.
All want that money.
I'll
Fools
probably
they
get
are.
kicked out now.
That's fine. You're fine. No problem. What were you going to say, Jeff?
I said fools they are.
Fools they are.
They're just talking trash. That's what I do. Talk unsubstantiated trash.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's what you do best.
I'm freaking tired, and I don't know what's going on. I got like allergy or something. Pissing me off. I know that.
A lot of that going around.
You want to play a commercial and put this baby to bed?
I'm thinking we just
Just put the baby to bed.
yeah. Yeah.
Put it to bed without supper?
Yep. Yeah. I just want it's been effing busy. So we are still alive. Good to talk to you guys.
We'll be back.
Everyone seems to be doing all right. So yeah, now that I don't know. I know for me personally, I should be back on a somewhat normal schedule. So that's always good. Hang on.
Sweet.
Matt says he's retired from racing for a little while. I'm going to be trying to sell my bike. So if you guys want to buy it, you sure can. Then I'm going to buy a new one in February.
Okay, there's a huge problem with what he just said there.
Oh.
Retirement is for good. You don't retire for a little while.
So Matt has his dirt bike. I'm pretty sure $1,000 will buy it. So just hit up Matt on Facebook. Maybe. No, that's not.
He's gonna have it's like probably the only bike that I'm not interested in buying from him. So I don't know how he's gonna sell it. Like his last 2 Yamahas or 3 Yamahas, I think I bought from him.
Could
Well, I
be
might
rough
not have
for
bought
him.
his 09. That's right. I don't remember. I bought a couple from him.
Yeah, I don't think you bought the last one.
I think it had a Roach motor.
What did you sell me? But that's it, boys.
Real good, gents.
Kill it.
Let's stop it.
Just killing it.